Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Jack of All Trades. We got some quick tips for you today. If you're replacing the shocks and springs on a late 60s, early 70s A body, this should give you some quick tips so that you can get through this process if you are doing this for the first time, or if it's been a while since you've done it and you're just looking for a refresher before you get into it. So let's go ahead and start now. Alright, so first up, we gotta get your car up off the ground. Both sides if you can, let the axle droop. Take both your tires off, hit these lower shock mounts with some penetrating oil, and go ahead and hit the top sides with penetrating oil as well. Alright, then hit these upper mount connectors with some penetrating oil as well. It'll make it a lot easier on you. After that, then go ahead and remove both the lower bolts on the shocks and both sides, and let that axle drip all the way down. Now at this point, you should be able to pull down on the side of the axle and pull the spring out, and you can do that on both sides. All right, so once you have the springs out, you want to go ahead and remove the shocks. These upper bolts here are kind of tight to get into, especially with the gas lines that are right there. You're probably gonna have to use an opening wrench behind it, and then a ratchet in front. And if that doesn't work, either get a stubby wrench, or if you have one of these micro wrenches here, these are all handy. That'll get in back there as well. I would recommend that this is a bolt and a nut. I would recommend flipping it around, because factory has the bolt going up and the nut on top. If you flip it around, it'll give you more clearance if you ever have to do this again. All right, so you have both the old springs and both the old shocks off the car now. For demonstration purposes, I'm just going to show you one side, but it should be real easy to just push down on one side of the axle and push the new spring in. You're going to have a much harder time on the other side though. So what I would do is I would recommend here, go ahead and pop a nut onto your drum so it doesn't fly off. And then on the side that you've already put the spring on, go ahead and put a jack underneath it and lift that up, and that'll release some of the tension on the other side. So pump this up as much as you can, or as much as you need to, and then go on the other side, push down, and you should be able to push down with one hand and pop the new spring in to the mount on the other side. You also probably need to use the jack a little bit to help position the new shocks to get them bolted up and in place. And then, so after that, you're all done. It's a pretty quick and simple job. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Hope these tips helped you out with your project. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.